All right, Shalom, Shalom.
Shalom.
First thing first, we want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Akash, take the Rakat Yahweh, Rakat Yahweh Shai, the Rakat Yahweh, Rakat Yahweh Shai, the Rakat Yahweh, Rakat Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Akash, and we give double honor to our apostles and our elders, which are past elders, the great millstone, which feeds for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the spirit power of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. 2025, which is the hopeful year of our deliverance and the judgment and the destruction of Esau. We got out here a little late, but we're going to roll in the spirit, go through precepts. There's a lot of things happening, man. This Iran situation, everybody should be aware, all right? And we're here for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the 12 tribes of Israel, all right, that are spread out through the four corners of the planet Earth. Go ahead, my brother.
All right. The 12 tribes of Israel, which consist of Judah, the so-called Negroes, Benjamin, the so-called West Indians, Levi, the so-called Haitians, Simeon, the so-called Dominicans, Zebulon, the so-called Guatemala, Panamanians, Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans, Manasseh, the so-called Cubans, Gad, the so-called North American Indians, the so-called Seminole Indians, Naphtali, the so-called Argentinians, indigenous lands, Asher, the so-called Colombians, indigenous lands, and Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. These are the people who we call God, the anointed is coming back for. But that combination of Israel, that's right, that the number on the call.
Hey, 1447.
Yeah.
Hey.
Right.
Hey, hey, that's the spirit, brother. That's the spirit, man. Yeah, and then look, 4x4 in front of it.
Yeah.
And man, with the time we at now, man, hey, the Lord is setting this thing up, man. And like I always say, pray for the elect, man. We want to be the elect, but at the end of the day, the elect is what we should pray for. If Yahweh Shemel try to glorify them, man.
Right.
That holy number, man, because that's the avant-garde of our nation, man.
Right.
Just like you got these niggas here, they idolize Trump. They got that nigga as King Trump. Ain't nobody no president's ever been called that. That's how we know he, through the spirit power Yahweh Shemel Shai with our apostles and elders, he's the king of Babylon, man. He's the last Trump. And because guess what? It makes sense because the Lord gonna have him shitting on himself because guess he put some of the apostles to death, Paul and Peter, man. So he gotta pay. So the Lord brought him back to literally make him pay for what he did in his past life, man. And he's gonna be at the ushering of the fall of the Roman Empire, the second leg of it, man. All right, the wound that was healed. And I got a precept for you. This is the book of Luke 21 and verse 28, NLT. It says, so when all these things begin to happen, stand and look up, for your salvation is near. Verse 29. And it reads, Shalaka, let me go into NLT. This is Luke 21 and I'll start at verse 26. It says, and there will be strange signs in the sun, the moon. We just had a strawberry moon. And stars, and here on the earth, nations will be in turmoil.
So the nations are in turmoil, man. It says what the distress of nations.
Con.
So that's the time we're in. What's happening in the Middle East, man? Turmoil. Right. And when they say what, ceasefire? Come on, man. That's bullshit, man. They can't turn back. They will fulfill Bible prophecy, man. They don't have a choice. See, man. So because when they came with the ceasefire shit, I was thinking when they say peace and safety.
Yep, and sudden destruction.
Yep. See, man. So that ceasefire shit, man. Come on, man. Man, stop that, man. You all are going to war, man.
That's it.
You don't have a choice. Bible prophecy is coming to pass, man.
Con. Damn, check this out. This is heavy. This is BBC News. It says World Economic Forum. It says turmoil and trade wars dominate summer Davos.
Davos in the land of Switzerland, man. Now go into Davos.
The word Davos?
Yeah.
I got you.
Because I know the other Yayakamana looked it up.
The word Davos Davos is a town of Switzerland known as for being the location of the World Economic WEF annual meeting. The word Davos, let's look at etymology. It says the name Davos has multiple origins, meaning primarily tied to the name David and Davis. It's often linked to the Hebrew name Davis, which means beloved or dear to the heart. So Davos is what? Dear to the heart.
Yes.
The mind.
Yep.
So, because we know the word for heart in the Hebrew is lav, which means your what? Your mind.
Yep.
So Davos is what? Close to the heart. That's heavy. That's the elite's heart is what they're doing in Davos.
Yeah.
That's like, that links right up, man. So it says turmoil and trade wars dominate China's summer Davos. It says oil prices have hit their lowest in 2 weeks after Israel agreed to President U.S. Donald Trump's proposal for a ceasefire with Iran. But business leaders at the key economic meeting in the North China port city of Tijan find themselves troubled by the state of global economy and the prospect of meaningful growth. The rapid escalation in conflict between Iran and Israel, which has now pulled the United States temporarily replace trade, tariffs, and inflation, top as long a list of concerns with fear-reaching conquest. So turmoil's here, man. Let me read it again. This is the book of Luke 21 and verse 25. And it says, and there shall be strange signs in the sun, moon, and stars, and here on the earth nations will be in turmoil right now.
Right, man. That's the time we're in, right? See what? There is a time of war, and there's a time of peace. We're already in the time of war now. Right, man? Now, in the kingdom, that's when we would be in a time of peace.
Yep.
In the kingdom.
It says there remaineth
a rest.
And it says, perplexed by roaring seas and strange tides. People will be terrified at what they see coming upon the earth.
See, man? And these people are afraid of what's coming down the pipe. They are afraid of it, man. Because they don't know what to do about it, man. They don't know how they're going to eat and all that. That's why when they come with the new currency, these people will fold like some fresh laundry, man. Man. They're going to fold, man.
With the dry sheets on.
Yeah. See, because they don't have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. See? That's what's happening, man.
No, it says, I'm just going to back up because it says perplexity and roaring. It says people will be terrified, right? Check this out. Because all we doing is filtering right to the news. This is 2 days ago. It says uncertainty is growing as the world prepares for Iran's response to U.S. attacks. 2 weeks, growing retirement workforce, on that. Major Americans eye second job. So banks, World Bank cuts global growth forecast as trade tensions heighten uncertainty. So these uncertainties are a part of the false, because most people don't understand when you go to the time of Israel, in the time of the people of Israel, the Israelites, what was happening was an economical catastrophe, man. That's what you're seeing. This Iran situation, Iran threatened, it's a public walkway. Iran threatened to cut the Strait of Hormuz. That's 20% of the world's crude oil that goes through that strait, man. So people don't know how close this thing is, man. The God is preparing war. If you read Ezekiel the 38th chapter, that's Gog and Magog right there, man. Going back to Iran, which is Persia. See? Let me go back. This is the book of Luke 21 and verse 20. Let me start at 23. How terrible it is to be for a pregnant woman, for nursing mothers in those days. For there shall be disaster in the land and great anger against this people. It says, and they will be killed by the sword or sent away as captives to all nations of the world. And Jerusalem will be trampled down by the Gentiles until the period of the Gentiles come to an end.
See, man? Right, man? So even the women that has been So even the women that's with the child, man, that's pregnant, they're gonna have a hard time.
Shit.
Like man, now the ones Yahweh Shem shall have mercy on, they don't have nothing to worry about. They're gonna be good.
Especially if that's a elect child in there.
Exactly. Yep. See, man. See, so, man, it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be tough, man. You people have no idea, man. That's why, Jake, you gotta get this truth now, man. So you would know how to move. And what mindset that you should be in, man. Jake, in this kingdom, man, we won't be perfect, man. We gonna go off. But they say what? But let not your sins weigh you down, man. Jake, when you go off, get your ass back up, man. And when you go off again, get right back up. Because they say, well, a just man falls 7 times, man, and he gets back up.
A good boxer, if you feel like you're being overwhelmed, you go back to your jab. You go back to the basics.
Yep.
You go back to the fundamentals. You go back to that's why it says the apostles go into what? Going back to the basics, man.
Yep.
Go back to the basics. Hey, sometimes you might need to hit Deuteronomy 28 real hard. Hit that hard, man. Hit that. Ain't nothing wrong. That's hard, man. That's you know more than 0.001% of the planet Earth.
Yeah, because it say in the scriptures that you know more than man can understand.
Man, yeah.
It says that in the apostles.
Yeah.
That you know more than what people really understand, man.
They can't.
Right.
They can't. It's not like it's not like the truth is gonna leak out and everybody gonna get it. No. It's you still know more. They never know. That's like you being mad like your dog gonna start paying rent. That ain't gonna happen. I don't care how long Fido been in your house. He ain't gonna put nothing on the bill, man.
Yes.
The time we at now, you have to get your mind ready, man. World War III is on the cusp. It's probably what. World War III is at your door, man. The U.S. just struck Iran. And that's Persia. That's biblical prophecy that happened in your lifetime, man. And that's, what does it say? They dropped 30,000. It's a public walkway. They dropped 30,000-pound bombs on Iran. That's nuclear yield without dropping a nuclear bomb, man.
Yep.
They dropped about 12 of them. So that's the largest stealth bomber strike in history. People just walking around like it's another day, man. 30,000-pound bombs, man. If the yield on those, if you add those together, they might as well have dropped the tactical nuke, man. They might as well have dropped the tactical nuke on Persia because Iran changed its name from Persia. Read Ezekiel 38 chapter, man.
Yeah, because they always knew that they were Persians, man.
Yep.
They knew that for a long, long time.
The Elamites.
Yeah.
What'd you say? So the time we at now is if you ain't prepared, your land, America's getting ready to be judged, man.
Yeah.
We ain't telling you it's coming, it's here. You in the midst of judgment. You living through judgment, man. They can feel, Esau know, he like, man, that check ain't hitting so good. That money, that house, that cars, they ain't feeling good, man.
And now people's mortgage is going up. It's going up $1,500, man.
Man, that's shit. And that means, man, hey, Esau, that show you Esau's losing. This nigga check when the devil is living check to check, we here.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when the Idumeans themselves are living check to check.
Hurting, man.
This nigga skate away from the crack house, man.
Yeah.
He a couple slips from uncatchable, man.
And he on the block.
Man, hey, Esau, hey, he'll be out here, man.
Yeah.
Esau might have to whip it up with his unrhythmatic ass. His whip up ain't good, man. Esau's whip up is faulty.
Man, whip game ain't proper.
Man, whip game is harsh. It don't come out good.
Man, it don't jump back.
It don't, man. Esau's pack ain't got no rhythm.
Nah.
Yo, it don't jump back and skip. You got the skip back. We laughing at it. We said we shall mock you when your fear comes.
Yeah.
What are we doing? People don't even know. You can't bring that to the church. How's the church gonna be able? Because in the church, or what's his name? That charcoal nigga. That might be a Hamite. old. You know what I'm talking about? IUIC. I seen that nigga. That nigga look as dark as that truck. I said, nigga, I'm African. Yo, you doing too? The nigga is black as man, bro. Man, my garment got more sauce than that dude's black. It's black. It look gray black.
Okay, so he's that ashy black.
Man, he look marred, man. The nigga's skin color look marred. I said, nigga was praising. Give me his president, lose these people. He was crying and shit. I said, bro, y'all don't see this dude acting? He's acting. 60,000 members. If all of them give $1 each Sunday, do the math. That's it. They just got to give them $1. You know, they giving them more than $1. They giving them 100. On a Sunday, you making at least $10,000, man, on one day. That's why it says rich is corrupt, man. Rich is corrupt, man. That's why the Lord, that's why we understand now. Give me neither riches nor poverty, man.
Just enough. I'm gonna say what? Feed me with food convenient for me. And the food that's convenient for us is this truth, is this knowledge, man.
That's right.
Man, I'm glad I don't have a lot of money, man. I'm glad about that.
Man.
Fuck that shit, man. We gonna have everything that we desired in the kingdom, man. We gonna have 100-fold in the kingdom. Job had 100-fold, right?
Yep.
We gonna have 100-fold, man.
We gonna be money.
Exactly, man. We gonna look and smell like money, man.
Man, right out the crucible.
Yeah.
We gonna look like it says I should make a man more precious than fine gold, man. That means a man gonna look like gold, man. They're gonna look at you. You gonna look. They say what is it saying? He look wealthy.
Yep.
What do them women say? Because women can spot money.
Oh yeah.
Even if you being low key, you gonna wear a certain watch. You might just have the linens on.
Yeah.
With they can smell. They like, yeah, this nigga got some money.
Yeah. They gonna because when you got the funds, man. When you got money like that, man, you have a certain walk about you.
Yeah. A nostalgia.
Yeah. You have a certain a demeanor, man.
Yep.
They know you got paper.
And the spiritual part is, that's why I always go to Priest Cal. He said, man, you don't know how these people look at you.
Right.
They know. People in the world know you know something. Because guess what? Like you just said, when you got money, you walk a certain way. We got this rakah.
Yeah.
We got this truth. We got the amah.
And that's the real money.
And we walk like it. And especially if you doing the work. I mean, yeah, like brother said, we go off.
Yeah.
But guess what? We know what? We know the Lord's name.
Yeah.
Man, we might as well have a dump truck full of money behind us and we trying to act low key.
Right.
They'd be like, no. And then the spirits that are on these people, they recognize you.
Yeah.
They recognize that you know.
Because when we was in Chicago, right? We went to the brother's family.
Yeah.
That was like there is no static, no issues. Everything is good.
We was eating melon.
Right. Man in the street.
We had melon.
Man.
We had melon in the street.
Man, honey doing all
that.
that.
Yeah, we were dude up. Jake, they thought we were moving on the block.
Yeah.
We were too cohesive.
Yeah.
They knew it wasn't a gathering. They felt the gang. What they do, they felt the cohesiveness. Just like the left-handed gang, they wear the same colors.
Yeah.
They got the same type of grimy to them. But we had a righteousness to us that they were like, are these dudes trying to move in?
Right.
Like, this has got to be a gang. Y'all got to be affiliated or something. We didn't, because they said, man, look, that shows you. And they didn't come along. Those were their enforcers, the first rank. Because if we would have told them something, they would have went and told the other ones, like, hey, man, yeah, this dude's is something else. Like, remember the brother Rob showed the video with the mariachi band that started playing for the apostle.
Yeah.
He started playing. They were like, they came up and they so recognized the spirit. They started playing. They started serenading. But that's the spirit, man.
Yeah.
That's the spirit. We can't hide this. What does it say? Shall a man, what did the Lord said it, shall a man light a candle and place it under a bed or a bushel?
Yeah.
The Lord lit our candles, man, because we invested, we really are getting the fruits of our investment from the time of Yahweh Shai. Because we would have had to grab him then.
Right.
Because we're in the same age, we're in that age bracket where we would have been beyond 12, we would have been able to hear the Messiah, and we would have had to make a decision. And we would have followed, because if we following a man that we don't see now, how much more when we see him?
Right. Yeah, because he told Thomas what? Blessed are they that have not seen me, but yet believe.
That's the precept. That's the precept.
Wow.
That's the see how that works? We would have had to have seen. If we're doing this now, and we've been doing it this long, to a man that we learned a different version of him, and we said no, we went against our childhood teachings and said no, that ain't him, no, that's him.
Right.
And then we following them, going this way, and we see the fruits of it, man. We see through the walk in the front, go here.
But we was doing something in Jerusalem, or wherever we were, we was doing something. We overheard, they were like, hold on, who? Who you speaking of?
Yep.
Yahweh Shai. Hold on, Hamashiach? Yeah. Where is he? I gotta find him.
Yep. Because the same thing, go back to the woman that issued the blood.
Yep.
Go back to the man that was on the tree. So there was men that was making certain moves. It didn't matter what demographic of life they were. They heard him and they's like, nah, we gotta go. That's him. That's him.
Because Peter.
And you said something earlier. I wanted to back you up because you said do it now. So I looked up the definition of get it while the getting is good.
Yeah.
And I said, it says means to take advantage of a favorable situation or opportunity because it may not last.
Jake, real soon, man. You won't see the prophets on the street, Jake. Soon, man. The door of the ark will soon be closed, man. And we know Yahweh closed the door of the ark that Noah built. Jake, Yahweh Shai is going to close this. He's going to close the door to this ark. Man, because I believe it was Peter. He went to his
Just paraphrase with it.
I just can't even do it.
Well, because you see it now. What it is a transition of spirit. We found this truth, and because we're going back to those that got the oil.
Right.
So because even Peter's brother is the one that got him in it.
Right.
So it was like he was so because the Lord will choose a family member to bring you into the truth, to give you that because Peter was doing his thing. That was David, man.
Yeah.
That was the rock, and the Lord had to send. It wasn't like Peter just was out there looking. You got it?
Yeah.
Come.
This is
Just had to keep stirring that spirit. You got to stir the spirit.
This is John 1:41.
Bring it out.
He first findeth his own brother Simon and said unto him, we have found the Messiah, which is being interpreted as a Mashiach.
See?
So, and he brought him to Yahushua, and when Yahushua beheld him, he said, Thou art Simon, the son of Jonas. Thou shalt be called Cephas, which is interpreted as a stone.
Ooh, that gave me up. Think about this. Yahushua, that was him seeing his old father. Imagine running into your father, young man. You know what I'm saying? That's your pops. Like in the past life, you know that was your dad, man. And you looking at him, and you don't know who you are.
Right.
You just looking. You know he's a young man again. Went through because for having Yahushua to know those things, he knew like, damn, I lost his father. His father was up in age. You know what I'm saying? And then to imagine seeing your dad walk up, like, damn, there you go.
Yeah.
You know you gonna have a smile on your face, like because he coming up like he looking at you. But he don't know that's you.
Right.
He don't know it's you. That's a heavy reincarnation. Is a very it's a what does it say, man? It reminds me of like a subtle like a flower or a fragrance. That's what reincarnation is to this truth. It's a fragrance of it.
You say, they shall not build another inhabit, nor plant another eat. For as the days of the tree, or the days of my people, mine elect shall only enjoy the work of their hands.
Man, that's beautiful. Man, it's gonna be a heavy sit down. There's something called a bummer lamb. You know what a bummer lamb is? Bummer lamb. A bummer lamb is a term used in sheep farming to describe a lamb that has been rejected by its mother. This rejection can stem from various factors such as you having twins or only being able to care for one, the mother dying during birth, or simply the mother refusing to accept her lamb for unknown reasons. And it says the bummer lamb. So what the shepherd will do, the shepherd will have to take that lamb. It's heavy. It's heavy. You'll have to take that lamb and you'll have to care for it. You'll have to feed it. And then you'll have to hold it and care for it and nourish it up until it's ready to be put back in the flock. It says when the shepherd comes out and calls, the first lambs that come are the bummer lambs.
I know where you're going.
You see? You see? So we
he said, what the adoption of sons,
see?
Right?
We the elect are the bummer lambs.
Shit!
It says, and then it says, the sheep knoweth my voice. It says, when the shepherd goes out to the field, he'll call the lambs. Yep. The first ones to come are the bummer lambs because they recognize this. They take him as their father and as their. Isn't that fucking heavy, bro? Man, that's fucking beautiful, bro.
Man, and he calling his own sheep by name. So every sheep in Yahweh's flock got their own name, man. He calls them by their name, man.
And the shepherd has to literally feed that. Is he not nourishing us?
Yep.
I shall be with thee unto the ends of the earth.
Yep.
The ones that are rejected have to be tended for by hand. The elect are the hand tended to lambs.
Yep.
And when it got me, it says the ones that, when he'll call out, he said, they come first. They come running because they recognize his voice. I was like, golly. It also says that Yahweh was rejected, the stone that was rejected from the builders. So he is the actual first bummer lamb.
Yep.
And then he came out, I was like, geez, man.
Hey, man, when you do it, man, I'm going to do and respond.
Hey.
Thank you, customers and all that.
Man, hey, we might as well do this live stream. What is live streaming? Bummer, yeah. That's a heavy, is that not, bro? It's called the bummer lamb, bro. Look. And do they call GMS what? Bums! Oh!
Bum camp, right? The bum camp.
The bum camp. We are the bum camp. We're the bummer lambs of Yahweh, man. Check that out. You can't make this up, bro. Look. Hold on. Let me go back to this. Show you how it's spelled. Look. Bummer lamb. So that's even crazier that they chose to put that Looster's top. Jeez, he took tops and tops.
Yeah.
That's showing you, man. Why would y'all not fear, bro? That's what the Lord is saying is coming to you, Negroes, Latino. We gonna that fear factor we had is coming back, man. They low-key fear us. That's why they watch NFL, basketball. They know. They looking at us like, look at these dudes, man.
Yeah.
We don't do that to these heathens. There's no sport another nation can do that we will go watch. But look at the NFL, look at NBA. We're built different, man. There is something about us that is not the same as other nations, man. You have to recognize that. That's why they'll look down on us in the same breath. But then you'll idolize NFL, which we excel at. Why can't you excel at it? Go idolize your own people in your nation, man. But you idolize us and the things that we do because we're special, man. That's a hell of a thing. You call us niggas, but then you like, look at these niggas.
Yeah. Man, I looked up on Google. It said that you have more Muslim than
Yeah,
Edomite. No,
yeah.
no.
They even said that melanin, what gives us our skin, is in our eyes. So we see different.
Right.
They don't see the colors that we see. This is scientifically proven.
Been to Israel.
You said you've been to Israel?
Yeah.
You know, you see what's going on right now, right?
I know what's going on. I left there just probably a year and a half before it all worked out.
Yeah. Just to tell you, you know the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know the blacks in America.
Uh-huh.
You know our biblical identity of the Israelites.
I know.
Yeah, because you remember where if you read the scriptures, God said that He would separate His people because they were wicked, they were being evil. So He said He would scatter His nation among the world, right?
Right.
So what was the transatlantic slave trade about?
I don't know. You're all over my head.
Hey, it's alright though. Yeah. Hey, at least you went to Israel though.
I went to Israel.
Yeah. So the mentality is that you have to look at these prophecies and see who they're attached to, man. And hey, when she said it, I'm like, damn, I can't wait to go back home, man. I can't wait to get my little slice, man. Give me an acre, man. I freak that acre.
Man, give me a small ton of land, man, and I'm happy as hell.
Man,
I'm not gonna trip.
man, I might not wear sandals for a while.
man, a ton of land, right? Get some good boxing food. Hey, man.
Jay, you better watch out.
I'm crawling.
Man, look, they gonna look. You ain't gonna catch me with a man. I can't wait, man. That's why it says joy. We gonna have everlasting joy, man.
Yep.
It says nothing we ain't gonna plant it, no man inhabit, man.
When you get that, and I'm feeling it.
That's one of my favorite scriptures. Every time you read it. Oh, snap. Man, look. He gonna unsheath it. You know what I'm saying? He done pulled the sword out.
Man, with no cover on.
Man, we don't need cover. We know, man, we got a spiritual cover.
Yeah.
It got a spiritual covering on it.
Alright, this is Isaiah 65.
Come on now. That show you, man, they don't fucking study, man. You gonna take a whole trip to Israel, but you don't know you don't know that the Israelites will be spread. That's some fun. You put the cart before the horse, man. You should have read the scriptures first. Really, before you went and took that trip, you should have rushed up. You in the Holy Land, tripping.
Yeah.
You condemned your damn self doing that. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 65. And I'll start at 19.
Yep.
It says, and I will rejoice in Jerusalem and join my people. And the voice of weeping shall no more be heard in her, nor the voice of crying.
See? That means we ain't gonna imagine that. Forever. That's why the Lord said a false balance. He had to give us these tears now so we can never cry again, man.
Right.
Imagine for eternity you would never sob again. There would never be a sorrowful day. Only day we're gonna be sorrowful is the time of Yahweh Shai when we put that body back on, man. We're gonna cry, man. We're gonna take off our garments, we're gonna cast dust, we're gonna mourn, man. We're gonna mourn that day, man. That's why it's spiritual that he took the body, man. So he said, man, I'm gonna put this body on again. That show you, man, out of his, and then think about this, he's all high and exalted, and he gonna put on that broken body again, man. Oh, they gonna be on the ground, man.
They gonna remember every
They gonna hold their head back down, man.
Yeah.
They gonna hold their fucking head back down. I'd be terrible, man.
Man.
That wine, hey, it'd be a while before you would from that one.
Yeah.
I would Shai himself would have to come and hug you, man. But that's the type of person he is, man. He'll see you and he ain't got no qualms because guess what? It was the Father's will all along, man.
Right. And he also said what? To get the
Father, man, you know what kind of, the peace you gotta have. Salaki, my brother, Salaki.
So they had no idea what they were doing, man.
No, that's why it says men's goings of the Lord, man. How can a man know his own way?
Yeah.
That's a hell of a, because Yahweh Shai didn't even take the cross and be mad. He took it, he said, man, forgive them, Father. He wasn't talking about the Romans.
Right.
He was talking about Israel. He knew who killed him.
Yep.
Romans was just the sword. You don't blame the sword, you blame who's wielding it, man.
Right.
You don't go try to stop a gun. No, you stop the nigga that was shooting the gun.
Right.
Or you take it and you shoot him with it. So what the Lord doing, he's taking a sword and he's throwing it back at you. Now Yahweh Shah is wielding that the Edomite, man. Why do you think the mark of the beast is the Lord's mark, man? Who you think it says a sword is furbished, man? It's made sharp. It's made ready, man. Who you think is preparing this man? Yahweh Shah is working. Because what was not Yahweh Shah working on the Darius? Or Salaki, he was working on where he had to get Michael. He said he was working there with Daniel, the time of Daniel. He said he was working on that king's mind that he had to get Michael the archangel. He said, man, we got to work on this nigga, man. We got to work on this guy, man.
He had a strong mind.
So the same thing, Yahweh Shah's working on these